Hey everybody, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series here on the channel that hopefully we're going to have some fun with. So I've been making videos for just a little over a year now, and I've been really enjoying it. It's pretty fun to play all these games and make videos about them, chat about them, and see what the reactions of other people are. And I thought, what else could we do that could be fun for the channel, that could take us on a bit of an adventure and see where we go? So I thought, why not just try and make a game? I mean, I spend enough of my time playing them, so it can't be bad to have a go at making one, can it? So I figured I'd look up a few tutorials, do some bits and pieces here and there, see how kind of feasible it was. And so that's what I did for the last few weeks, had a little go at it, and it's pretty fun, to be honest. I mean, I know how to program things because I did do some computers in college, so I know my way around stuff, the basics of stuff, so I have an idea what I'm doing. I've been drawing things for years and years and years. I know how to do the pixel graphics, so I thought I can do kind of some pixelated stuff and we'll see, it might be a little bit of fun. And what I thought was, it'd be fun to kind of get all you wonderful people out there involved and maybe share a little bit of fun and enjoyment in the game. I have an idea for what I want to do. It's a 2D platformer kind of action-y game. I have a rough story driven out, and we'll go into that at some other video in the future, I don't know. But what I just wanted to show off in this video is some of the basics of what I've worked on so far. So first of all, we'll take a look at the first prototype kind of thing that I made. It's pretty basic, but it's kind of fun. So here we go. This is the kind of basic prototype. As you can see, this dude is not very cool looking. It's all pretty like just basic little graphics. So anyway, like the idea I had for this game is it's a platformer. As you can see, it's all 2D, it's all lovely. You can jump around the place and oh no, I can't get up there. Whatever do I do? So the idea that I was wanting to have fun with was you basically switch characters with different abilities on each character. So this guy, no matter how much I jump, obviously I get stuck here. But if I go to this guy, he can double jump. Whee! Double jump around the world. He can also teleport, but that's incredibly annoying. I doubt I'll have teleport in the actual game because you can do things like this and you fall out of the world, which isn't what you want to do. And there's a guy who shoots, and there's a guy who shrinks down, really tiny to fit under these kind of little gaps here. And then there's this guy who has a jetpack that floats slowly. So this is the basics of what I was wanting to do anyway, do you know what I mean? And building this kind of prototype kind of showed me how to do this kind of stuff. Moving around, you can see the background kind of moves a little bit as we're walking along. And I made this little enemy fella down here who at the moment doesn't hurt me or do anything. He just kind of gets pushed around. What did I call him? I think he's called a Grumpling. He kind of looks like a mangulated Sonic a little bit. I don't know. I was a little bit bored. You can shoot him though, so let's get rid of him. But yeah, this is the kind of basics of it. There's a few kind of issues. For example, if you're this guy and shrink down, he can just like climb up the walls all day. That's probably not something that would be actually useful. But it's interesting, and it kind of, as a prototype, it works. It kind of showed me the complicated nature of making games, but also the kind of fun of it all. Because once you solve a problem, it's pretty fun. Teleport through the wall, wee. Yeah, it's fun to just kind of mess around with it a little bit because it's something that I made myself, and you know, making any kind of game thing yourself is just fun. But that was kind of the basics of this little prototype here. So yeah, it's kind of fun to mess around with it a little bit. It goes very slow, as you can see. The animation obviously isn't the most exciting thing. Because this is just basic kind of programmer art, as they call it. It's pretty basic, but it's interesting anyway. But yeah, so that was this was prototype number 1. So that was my first prototype. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff, but it's interesting at least. I built it using Unity, which is like a free program. I mean, you have to pay to get like the fancy stuff in it, but that's way down the line. We can use the free stuff just for the basics at the moment. So I was messing around with that, and I thought I kind of wanted to learn more about how the animation kind of works in Unity. So I did some more drawing and some more background drawing as well. So I made another little demo kind of thing. So let's take a look at that. So as you can see, a little bit more kind of design has gone into the game this time around. I've added this little animated fella who kind of runs around the place. I'm not 100% happy with how he runs or anything just yet, but it's a good start, I think. You can jump up and down on things. Here's Mr. Grumpling Man. So obviously this is the only character I've animated as well. I didn't animate anyone else, and now these other people are kind of freaking out a bit, just floating in the sky, kind of above the ground, which isn't really what you want, but that will be fixed at some point whenever I animate everybody else. But you can only do one thing at a time, you know? But yeah, so it was kind of interesting to learn how to like draw a complete level. Basically, it's made up of all these tiny little tiles. If people wanted, some point in the future I could do like some kind of video of how I do all that stuff. I don't know what this series can be. It'll be fun, it'll be different, trying out new things, seeing what's going on. But yeah, so I want to show off this little thing here. Look at me running around like a crazy man. Whee! And falls in the air and all this fun stuff. But yeah, and obviously I haven't changed any durabilities or anything else just yet. Shoot this guy. Boo boo boo. There's no death traps in this. There'll be so much more stuff to add to this game in general, and it's gonna be fun kind of trying out what else we can do. I want to work more on like refining bits and pieces, refining how he jumps. I just noticed there's this weird little line in the background there. That's not something that you want. But it's interesting. It's so much fun kind of learning all this stuff and doing it. And I think it could be a pretty fun game eventually when we get that far one day, perhaps. But yeah, this is Prototype 2. So there you have it. That's kind of most of what I've built so far in the game. I mean, I think the basic mechanic of it kind of works. Originally what I was doing was having every character have just one power, but that doesn't really work, so I've been kind of going back to the drawing board on that. But this is where all you wonderful people out there in the land of YouTube come in, because I want to have like different powers for different characters, and I have like a list of powers. They're written down here somewhere. But what I want from you guys is some suggestions for the powers that we can use. I want to have different worlds. So suggest some different worlds that we can use. I have a big long list of them too, but I want to see what other people come up with. And I want to do things different. I don't want to have just like a fire level, a forest level, a snow level. You know, those kind of normal platformer levels, I don't know. But yeah, so I want you guys to leave some comments down below. Let me know some ideas for other places. And let me know what you think of this idea in general. Like, see what else, see where we can go with this series and see how much fun we can have making a game. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll be back very soon with some more gaming updates. I don't know, we'll play some more games, we'll have some fun, and all will be well in the world. Goodbye.